Hey everybody, welcome back. For those of you who are new here, my name is Sherwin. I'm a Miami-based celebrity manicurist. So today we are going to have story time. So this is the story of how I became a celebrity manicurist, or how I was able to obtain the title of being a celebrity manicurist. So the year was 2014. And I was just getting on Instagram year prior. I think Instagram might have started out like 2011, 2012-ish. I got on 2012, a little later than most people. But the year before, I had just found out that I could become a celebrity manicurist. We had went to a networking event. My husband and I, we had visited a networking event, and I had run into a celebrity manicurist. At the time, she was doing Lady Gaga and Missy Elliott, and we were in the room, and I asked her, I'm like, hey, how did you become a celebrity manicurist? And she shared with me information about how she became a celebrity manicurist. So fast forward 2014, I meet a celebrity manicurist on Instagram. I won't say her name, but she had her own polish line. And at the time, you meet these people and you think, oh my gosh, this is so dope. And it was just like, you know, it was a new experience. Like, you know, you can network with these people. Like, that's what Instagram does. It gives you the opportunity to network with people that are probably across the country, a few hours away on a plane ride, whatever. So we had met, and at first I had sent her an email, and the first thing she did was try to sell me her polish. And my salon was new at the time, and I figured, oh yeah, why not? I think the whole thing cost me like $250 for her entire polish line. So I purchased the polish line, and we were supposedly in communication. So I want to say a few weeks or maybe a month after first speaking to her and purchasing her line and everything, I got a phone call from my fellow celebrity manicurist friend at the time, and she was just like, hey, I have a shoot that I was supposed to be at in Miami, and I'm not able to make it. Are you available this and this date? I don't remember the exact date, but I was just like, yeah, sure. Like, you know, she told me the day rate. She told me it was going to be $500 for the day. And at the time, the rate didn't sound bad at all. Like, it was like, okay, I'll take it. So shoot was scheduled. It was booked. I took time out of my salon time, and I appeared on set. Lo and behold, it was a Lenny Kravitz shoot. My first shoot, it ended up being that big. Being a Lenny Kravitz shoot. At the time, I think he was shooting a commercial for his, I don't know if it was his or if he was collabing with another company, but it was for sunglasses. So I went on set, I did my work. At the time, I knew nothing about invoicing. I knew nothing about net 30s, net 60s, net 90s. I knew nothing about it. I just knew that I had showed up, did the nails, and I was promised to be paid $500 for the day. So I went home, after the shoot. By the way, it was a great shoot. I was excited the whole day. Like, my sister-in-law did my hair the night before. I was just so excited. Like, when you decide that you want to do something, and then to see it come to life after pursuing it, it was just, I was awed. I was in awe, because it's like, God, thank you, God. Like, little old me. And to see God manifest something that I thought, okay, I want to do this, and a year later for it to be that big of a celebrity, to be on an A-list celebrities shoot, my first shoot. I was excited. I mean, who wouldn't be? Fast forward, I never got paid for the shoot. So the day I left the set, I spoke to her, and she told me, you know, she had congratulated me, you know, she had, you know, told me about, oh, how, you know, she's well connected, just bragging on herself and thanking me for showing up, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And promised that she would pay me. A week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by, the net 30 went by, nothing. So I called her up. I'm like, hey, am I getting paid for this shoot? She said that she hadn't gotten paid, and that the producers hadn't paid her. She hadn't gotten paid. The client hadn't paid her. So I took it upon myself and got in contact with the producers. Guess what? It wasn't her first time doing something like this, because she was paid. I just wasn't paid. And I ended up sending certified mail and everything to get paid. And she ignored me. She blocked me on social media. Sis never paid me for the work that I did. Look at the sun trying to be cocky all in my face. So long story short, I never got paid for that shoot. And I was mad. All right, so the sun is hating on me. So although I never got paid for that shoot, unfortunately, I never got paid. In that situation, I took it as a learning experience. At the time, was I mad? Yes. I was upset, but it became a learning experience. It became one of those, sometimes you have to lose in order to win situations. Because after that, so many more doors opened for me. I was able to book for Teen Vogue. I worked on set for Teen Vogue. To be able to walk into a Walgreens, pick up the Teen Vogue magazine, and see my name on the credits was, I can't even explain it. Till today, when I go into the stores and see the credits, I can't imagine. Like, it blows my mind. And it all was because of that situation. So although sis didn't pay me, I don't really know what the thought process was, because I can't even fathom of someone doing me a favor and promising to pay them and not paying them. I think sometimes people are afraid of your growth. You can benefit them, but your growth is, I don't know if it's a threat, or I don't know if it's just not supposed to happen. Like, they can be here, but you have to stay here. I don't know what the thought process was, but for me, I was mad then, but when things started turning around for me and I realized that I was getting booked as a manicurist on these big sets, because I've had nothing but big sets. I've worked with Revolt, music, you know, the music show that Diddy has. I've worked music videos. I've worked for big department stores, and then manicures. I've been featured in Mary Claire, Ipsy, Sheen Magazine. I've been featured as a celebrity manicurist on many publications. My work has been featured on many publications. And at the time, I missed out on that $500. But sometimes you're gonna miss out on some things, and that's gonna open a lot of doors for you. And that's because that's exactly what happened for me. That's what I got out of it. I didn't get paid that money that day. I didn't get paid that $500 that day. But where that particular shoot, because in the industry, the way it works is that you have to have the experience. And I noticed that with a lot of industries, like they want you to have the experience before you can get the experience. So that was the experience that led me to where I am now as a celebrity manicurist, working, you know, on sets and, you know, different shoots and with different department stores and different celebrities and stuff. That situation turned my career around for better. And I didn't know it at the time. I don't think I would have known it because I was that mad. Like, I was pissed. Like, somebody owe you $500 in 2014 at that. Like, $500 was $500 in 2014. Like, $500 is not $500 now in 2022, not with this inflation. But for sure, 2014, $500 was $500 for a daily rate. And if you tell somebody you're paying them $500, you should be able to pay them. I mean, so at the time, I had sent out, after calling, after texting, at the time Instagram didn't have DMs, so after sending certified mail, knowing that sis had received them and never responded, she blocked me on Instagram, and that was the end of that. But it's okay, because it was a full circle moment, and I've been doing celebrity nails ever since. So I guess the moral of this story would be, what God has for you will always be for you, and sometimes you gotta lose to win. That's the moral of this story. Because nobody can take what God has for you. No matter what sis' thought process was at the time, whatever her thought process was at the time, I may have resented her back then and upset back then, but as soon as I realized things started turning around, I'm happy. Like, I am glad I got the opportunity to get my foot in the door, because that's what that was. That's exactly what that was. Sometimes you just got to get your foot in the door, and that's what that was for me. But yeah, that's my story. That's the end of this story. I promised it and I delivered. So let me know what your thoughts are on this story. What would you have done in this situation? How do you feel like I handled it? Because she was in New York, y'all. How do you feel like I handled it? How would you have handled it? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you like this story to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, Sherwin_Hora. And if you'd like to hear more of my stories, my crazy stories, let me know. Tell somebody about this channel. Don't keep it to yourself. I don't like when people keep stuff to themselves. But let me know any questions that you might have, anything that you want to see on this channel. I'm open to suggestions, so let me know. Thanks for stopping by. See you later.